Okay, we're nearly nearing the end of this micro SD card. I don't think I'll be shooting demos on the end of this. Let's see how we go anyway with this demo. But we've got plenty of room to make one more demo, which we're going to do. Let's see how we go with this. We're going to reduce this one. This one's going to be done in an interesting fashion. Let's see how we can make it look. Going to leave the contrast out. Alright, let's see what we have. We have here a magazine with a missing front cover. I don't know which magazine this is. Trying to see which it is. The Australian Woman's Weekly. That's it. It's a woman's weekly, which is a gossip magazine. And we've got here this spread of Downton Abbey. We're going to use that whole spread in our demo. So we're going to take Downton Abbey and make it into an upper. I'm going to make it into an upper, folks. Going to make it into an upper. An upper Abbey. Happy Abbey. Whatever. I'm going to turn it into something more interesting than a down Abbey. We don't want to make it down, we want to make it up. Well, that's how I like to see it. I like to think of happiness instead of being down. I've been down most of my life, and I'm just trying to teach myself not to be down. So I'm trying to be up, trying to be happy, trying to bring happiness to the world through my demos. You know, I'm trying to make my world a happier world and happier for other people who need to be happy. We need to make the world a happy place, folks. And we don't need all this stiff and stuffiness like Downton Abbey. It's too down. We don't want down, we want up. We want to go up. We want our moods to lift, to be happy, instead of... I'm going to just keep it at 100. So I'm just going to keep it at 100. But basically, we don't want to be down. We want to be up. We don't want it to be like a... I know Downton is probably a person's name or the name of something, but it just sounds too down. It just sounds too depressing in my opinion anyway. It just sounds too depressing. You know, Downton. It just sounds too down and depressed. I try to be happy. I try to avoid this sort of shit. You know, trying to avoid feeling down because I've seen the word down, or I've seen the word blue, or the word, you know, blues. I see the word low. Oh, I just don't like any associations with depression. I don't like it, folks. So I try to bring myself up by trying to ignore these things. You know, we've got to try and find ways of enjoying our lives, you know, and bringing joy to the world for people, you know. Not the same joy that capitalism brings, you know, when they think that they... whatever. You know, they just... I'm wondering if we could lift it up or maybe leave it like that. Wondering... Got to make that the centre of the job. But yeah, we don't want to be down all the time, folks. We don't want to be down. We've got to find ways of improving our well-being. You know, you've got to find ways of improving your well-being and bringing your joy to the world. You know, make the world a happy place, and you know, instead of it being a shitty place where only the rich people are happy, or they look happy because, hey, they got the money and you don't, sort of thing. And people who don't, and the poor get poorer as the rich get richer. My mum always says it like this: the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. And it's true. And she's been saying that for decades. And I see it all too often, and these people who are on the street have nothing to be happy about, especially around Christmas time. Many of them don't have any relatives or friends. They're all on the street. They got no roof over their head. It's not fucking right. And we shouldn't have to have a bunch of people who are living the downer life. You know, the downtown. A lot of them are downtown. They're in the city a lot of the time. That's where they think the rich are going to donate money to them, but the rich are very, very stingy, and you don't see many coins in their fucking cup. I know they sometimes take the coins out of the cup, but you get the feeling they don't get much to eat, they don't get much to drink, and they don't have a place to sleep. It's just not fucking fair, especially around Christmas time when it's supposed to be a happy time. But anyway, that looks really quite nice. I think now we can call this demo quits.